Alright, first cast. That's what I'm talking about. Gonna do some jigging for smallies tonight. Jigging a 3-inch swimbait style jig, sassy shad style, 1/8 ounce. Dark blue, light blue, and gray. Oh, first fish is a fallfish though, weird. He did smack it pretty hard. Sometimes bass do that. A nice little 15-inch fallfish or so, 15 and a half. Sweet. Just starting to get towards that time of year where the jig bite's real hot. It's late September. It's usually where it starts to fire up each year. It's a nice little smallie. Looking for some big boys tonight. I had one on last night, man. That might have been the one. Been trophy hunting all year. This is just a dinky guy. I'm getting almost none this size. Wow. Like a 9-10 incher. Tiny. Oh, it was right on the fall there, he caught it. That's funny. I just spooled up, so line got, might have overspooled it just a touch, so line got caught around the thing. I tried to fix it. There was a fish when I pulled back up. That's funny. Looking for some 18 plus tonight. That's my goal. Well, my real goal is 21 plus, but that's like a yearly sort of goal. Daily goal is 18 plus. That's master angler length for the state. I just love racking them up. Just gotta keep this guy down. That's a smallie. Chubby little guy. And the water's so much clearer than I thought it was. I never come here in the day anymore. Just assumed it was tannic. It's just the... I ain't goofing around tonight. Not losing any more at my knees. I refuse. That was heartbreaking last night, losing that one that was pushing 21. Right at my knees. This guy's like a 16 or 15, probably 15 and a half. And that same swimbait jig. Oh, got this one on a steady retrieve. You know, I jig a lot of different ways, a lot of different methods and everything in between. And it depends on the time of year, the water conditions, the type of fish I'm going after, and a lot of other factors. But you know, one of the main factors that always changes is the fish mood. So I'll usually try a few different types of jigging right off the bat. It's another fall fish. That's weird. That's barely helping. It just gets so... I fumble so much trying to lip them right at my knees here. That's pretty neat. A couple fall fish. This guy's a pretty decent one. So when I first start figuring out the fish for the evening, what their mood is, I'll make some casts with a steady retrieve, like I did for the last fish. I'll make some casts where I jig it pretty hard. And I'll make some casts, you know, different amounts in between. So I'll kind of undulate it through the water column, especially this time of year for bass. It's killer for numbers. you know, half jigging, half steady retrieve sort of. Also very good for crappie. And I'll just see which one they respond to best and make some judgments off that and do that more over the course of the night pretty much. This is a better bass. A little better. And I was just crushing them last night. The jig bite's definitely on. Definitely on. Get over here, chunky. They've all been so thick. Beautiful. It's a solid one for sure. Yeah, decent. This one so far, not terribly long. 16 or a little over that, but 16 and a half maybe, but another thick fish. Not crazy fat, but a nice September fish. They'll get like that thickness across the back there. They fight harder and feel heavier. A lot more fun. They just look better too. See, I'm getting most of the hits so far tonight on hard jigging, really snapping it, so I'll probably focus on that. This guy seems smaller. Also doesn't really seem like a bass. Another fallfish maybe? Weird. Lots of fallfish because I came a little bit early. They're responding better as it's bright out. I'm probably going to focus on that though, unless something changes. Then I'll change up the retrieve a lot and focus more on steady or something, or move around. That's pretty cool. Another fallfish. This is a great river for trophy fallfish. I've caught so many of these things longer than the state and world record, but not heavy enough. Not quite. Right in the tongue there. There he goes. That was a hard tap. Got a couple fish to pull my plastic down. Ooh, solid smallie. Nice. Looking for a big boy. Where's that trophy smallie at? Really hoping to get one before winter here. So rare though. Tricky fish on top of that. Smart. And my drag set a little tight. Oh no, it's not that big actually. Huh. Felt way bigger. That's the way it works though. Chunky guys put up a good fight sometimes. And a lot of fish nipping. It was barely touching the end of the plastic. Either little fallfish, I'm guessing, or really moody walleye. I'm starting to tend towards little fallfish because this was happening yesterday too. Every few fish you get another nip. Another bass. Love this time of year. It's the smallest fish yet, but it's pretty fat for a river fish. See the line moving there? Didn't feel him, but sometimes you'll see a little like twitch in the line like that, or you'll see it start moving somewhere, and you can tell it's a fish that way too. Most of them I feel, most of them are a real hard tap, but if you don't feel that tap and you start seeing something, set the hook on it, especially with jigs. Whoa there. Whoa there. I'm jumping. I wonder what he is. Got one walleye yesterday and he was a real sassy walleye. He was fighting a bit. So it's hard to guess. They're starting to change in attitude as the water gets cold. All these fish. Another bass. Cool. Just not jumping for some reason. Weird. That's a better one. That's a nice bass. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Best one so far tonight. A quick measurement on him. He might be 18. Sick. Quality bass. It's a little over 18 inches. Real thick. Nice September fish. Good looking fish. Let him go here. I want to try just crawling it along the bottom. That worked. A little guy. A lot of times the steady retrieve will just call in great numbers. Had more in one day of about 70, 80 bass plus other junk. Just by steady retrieving in the fall. Various jigs, usually like just brown curly tail jigs. Killer for bass this size in numbers. Man, he's chunky though. Chunky short guy. He was like that thick tail and everything that the chunky ones get. Headed on the fall. Love it when that happens. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm trying to concentrate on that current break. There'll be fish scattered in the run itself and in the slack water, but a lot of fish will concentrate along the current breaks in a situation like this at a headwater of a pool. Another little fall fish. Cool. Really just working this jig by timing more than feel. Other times I'll work it by feel, but I don't need to hit the bottom really for these bass. I just need to get a good rise and fall when they're hitting on a jigging bite usually. So I'll take advantage of that, and I'll tick the bottom a lot less, get less snags, and working it'll be easier. I'll just guess how you know, how deep it is from how long it takes for the jig to fall, and I'll bop it up just before it hits. Another fallfish. This looks like a quality one. Should get the net here. Got some battle scars too. Yeah, that's a nice fallfish. Should measure him quick, man. That's a nice one. And look at that. It's pushing state record size if it isn't. Skinny though. Probably half the weight. Real nice fallfish. It's 19 3/4. 3/4 of an inch longer in the state and world record. IGFA world. Real skinny though, so he's definitely not even close by weight, but quality fish. 13th or 14th one I've gotten that's longer. That was right when I touched the water there. Switched up for a custom 1/8 ounce jig head with a watermelonish color grass peg on it. A green watermelon. Another fallfish, wow. Little guy. That blue one was still working. I just wanted to try some other jigs out for sunset here. Feel some things out for future bites. Another smaller guy. 14, 15 incher. Probably 14 or 14 and change. Alright. I'm off here. I can. Stuck pretty good. There we go. There's a fish. Another bass. Sick. That green grass peg jig wore out pretty fast, so I retired it in my pocket and put on a blue one. Got a short strike with that, and then I put on this pastel green and pink-ish, like kind of like a shiner colored. Ooh, that looks like a nice one. Jig. Get the net out for this one. But it's like the original style of the same one as the blue and blue. One with a fatter body. Well, maybe it's not that nice. Sometimes they look way bigger when they jump. Whoa, no, not right side of the net. It's fat. Not the longest one though, that's for sure. Yeah, he just looked fat and bulky. That's what I saw. Not very long, but a good looking fish. Whew. That guy's got some shoulder on him. Jeez. Didn't feel him hit. Sucked it in light, I guess. Most all of them I'm feeling tapping. This one, no. He's fighting. He feels like a bass. He was really budged there for a second. Had some shoulder. I'm just burning it through. That same pastel colored jig. Multicolored pastel. Kind of looks pretty natural. Smallie. Chunky smallie. This net was the best idea ever. No more losing 21s. Probably won't get another 21-ish one this year though. You watch. Blew my chance. Funny thing is I was thinking about the net before it happened that same day and I just forgot. There's the jig. Oh, man. Another chunky guy. There we go. I swapped out for a 1/8 ounce brown and yellow bucktail jig. Sounds like another bass. Oh man. This is what fall's all about. Stacking up some numbers. Still got at least one quality smallmouth today. Just a whisker over 18. I'll take that any day of the week. Nothing monstrous, but quality fish for sure. Uncommon fish. Another fat guy. There's one. Swapped out for a black and clear 2-inch swimbait style jig, 1/8 ounce still, but with a smaller head and a smaller gap hook. Just a stock hook. Not a custom jig head like before. See if I can pick up a picky fish with this smaller profile bait. This doesn't seem like a bass. Looks different, like a fallfish or something. Is that another big fallfish? Decent at least. Definitely a fallfish. I don't like messing around with these jigs. They pop a lot easier. Yeah, he's another real nice one, wow. Another relatively big fallfish. Man. I don't think he's quite as long as the last one, but he's a little thicker. Second relatively big fallfish of the day. It's right around 18 inches measured out at. Real quality fallfish again. Hot again. I just had one fall off the hook right at my knees just about. He wasn't that big though, so I don't care. He was probably like 16, 17. I threw some topwater for a while, that's why it's suddenly darker. Had one vicious strike, but I've just been educating them too much in this pool. Buzz baits and torpedoes. So I'm back to throwing jigs. I plan on just throwing this blue and blue swimbait jig for the rest of the evening. It's just been the best so far. Wow, another fallfish. You gotta be serious. You gotta be kidding me. I almost just said that wrong. Shoot, where'd my net go? I don't know where my net is. Dang it. I lost my net. Oh, there it is. There we go. Another quality fallfish. I'll just pop this guy off right away, I think. Yeah, he's another one. 17, 18. Solid fallfish. So many tonight. Weird. Right on the fall again. Another bass. This is just a little guy. Oh man. I don't need a net for you. Smallest one of the day. No, I caught that one tiny one right at the start. Yeah. Another 12 and a half incher. That was a soft take. Feels like another fallfish. I cannot believe all the fallfish tonight. This is just ridiculous. Crazy. Another quality fallfish, 15-16 entry. Something picked it up there. Real soft. Tugging. Feels like a little bass. Man. Like when these little ones jump out of the water and I can hork them towards me like 10 feet and they stop gliding. Get them in faster. Yeah, little guy. My hands are so soaked. They're like getting all, I forget what it's called, but the skin's all like saturated with water. Another little guy. Gotta eat it a little bit deep here. Got him though. There he goes.